This video is about the power of structured data that exists on the internet. Now that you have experience working with objects and databases, you'll quickly find that people have created amazing resources out on the internet that you can bring into your programs. For example, let's say I have an idea for an app for a periodic table of the elements. Well, there's a lot of them, and I'd have to create everything from scratch. That seems like a lot of work. So what if I just see what's out there? So if I just say, I want a spreadsheet of the periodic table. And where can I find a downloadable spreadsheet of elements? So that's my question, and it takes me to Stack Exchange. And I've have a little experience reading these things, so it's at first it's a little overwhelming, but I've been looking around and I found, okay, this is a good one. So here I have what looks like complete nonsense, but this is actually a CSV file, a comma separated values file, and it's basically just like a spreadsheet format. So you can see at the first row it's like column names, name, symbol, atomic number, atomic weight, and so forth. And then that's actually the second row as well, because it spills out into the second row. But then each row beneath that are the values for those columns. So name hydrogen, symbol H, atomic number 1, atomic weight, and it gives the atomic weight. So this looks like nonsense, but you can actually use this in your App Lab program. And so here's what you do. You'd simply highlight the whole thing. And so that's where you want to use your keyboard shortcuts. So let's just do this. Let's just go to the top and do Command Shift down arrow. That's not working, but if I start highlighting it, and I can do Command down or whatever, somehow get to the bottom. I don't know. Okay, I'm at the bottom. And then, no, I don't have to do any of that at all. All I have to do is File, Save Page As. And so I want to save this as a CSV, so I want to call it elements.csv. So if I give it the extension CSV, that tells the computer it's a comma separated values file. And I want to save it in let's just save it to Documents. And so now I have it. And now when I go into App Lab, let's say I want to turn that comma separated values file into a database. I can do it very simply. I can make a table name called elements, add the table. There's nothing there, but I can import a CSV. So if I go to import, and then it takes me to my file system, and I'm at my documents. So there's my elements CSV, and I open it, and I overwrite. And you just have to trust the process and see that what somebody else has put their hard work into, you can, in probably a minute, once you have found it, turn it into a database for your app. So now we've got every element on the periodic table, just like that, entered into our database, and now we can use that database in our app. So, comma separated values files, widely available on the internet. If you have a project you're working on and you think, wow, this is pretty common, the periodic table is pretty common, I bet there's a coder out there who has converted this into structured data that I can use. So in this example, we talked about a comma separated values file. That is structured data that you can easily bring into your app.